So let me show you how simple our life is. You see, we don't even have a printing machine at home because we never print anything. And when we do need to print something or create PDFs or something, we come here to the small town not so far from where we live. And Jorge, who's the owner of this place, I know he does all the printing for us. Like right now we're filling out our taxes for the United States. We have to send some forms back after we sign and date them to our CPA up in the US, and that's what we're here doing. And don't need to buy ink, don't need to buy printers. It's very cheap to print out these things and have them create PDFs and so on and so forth. So we had him print out like 6 pages, and then after we signed them, he made PDFs of them and sent the PDFs to us, which we can then forward to our CPA. The whole thing cost us just over $1. So you see, very economical. It makes no sense to go and buy an expensive printing machine and inks and what have you. That's what simple living is called. You know, the beauty of living in small towns in Brazil is that you're always surrounded by inexpensive restaurants that serve excellent food. This restaurant that you're looking at is no different. It's not so far from where we live, and therefore we find ourselves coming here more often than not to partake in their lunch buffet. Amazing food, amazing place.
So I put for sauce in my salads guacamole, like avocado sauce.
Oh, that looks really good.
Yeah, and this is heart of palm muqueca.
Lunch. And it's all by weight. So when you get done, you take this to the cash register and they charge you based on whatever the weight was. Tasty, Elsie? You know, this food is really tasty, and normally we go to another restaurant for lunch. But if the prices here turn out to be good after we pay, I think we just are going to switch it for a couple of months and see. So this chicken that you see here, it tastes just like it was made in an Indian kitchen. Exactly like an Indian chicken curry. But here in Bahia, there's a big influence from Africa. So the spices that they're using are probably the similar spices that Indians started to use many decades ago. Really tasty. So one of the advantages of living in Brazil is being able to eat ice cream like this. This particular brand has condensed milk on the inside, as you can see here. Absolutely delicious. So when you live a semi-rural life like Elsie and I do, one of the benefits is that we buy fresh fruits and vegetables. You see, Elsie is an incredible cook, and here she's cooking something straight from scratch. No frozen foods, no frozen sauces, everything cut by hand and made from scratch. And to top it off, really healthy and delicious. That's Elsie, an amazing cook that I'm so blessed to be married to, and so is my stomach.
Esse teu olhar, gatinha, me deixa logo.
Dinner time! I hope you like my squash. I know you don't like squash, but this is Elsie's squash.
Okay, I'll try.
Vem ficar comigo, 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 vem ficar comigo.
So I'm in Itabuna, Bahia, and I'm actually waiting for Elsie to wrap up some administrative work at a government office nearby. And I thought I'd bring up a subject that is kind of difficult for a lot of people these days. And that is, are you feeling depressed and helpless and distraught? We are no different. So what I have stopped doing, Elsie continues to a little bit, but I don't, is watch the news. Because the news to me, has for many decades become a business. They're not necessarily sharing what's really happening or what the real agenda is around the world. They simply, manufacture things. They twist the facts. Nonetheless, even if it is the truth, it's pretty depressing to be confronted with this on a daily basis. So I don't watch the news anymore, but I do know what's going on, and it's kind of sad to see where we as humanity have ended up. And it's all based on religion, and it's all based on different cultures and this and that. I don't believe in religion any longer. I was born into a Sikh family in northern India, and I don't even believe in religion anymore, not even the religion that I was born in. I believe in God. You see, I believe in the principle that God is a unifying force, a loving force, not a dividing force. God created this universe without which there would be nothing existing. Religion, I believe, is a man-made enterprise the last 2,000-3,000 years. But the universe that we live in has been around for billions, trillions of years. Nobody really knows how long we've been here and what was before all this happened. The air that we breathe is from God. All the food we eat, the trees, the leaves, the flowers, the fruits, vegetables, water, all of this is given to us by God, not by religion. And so why can't we all just be God's children and hug and live a peaceful life together without trying to, do what's happening in the world today? When you're retired, it's very, very important to have hobbies to keep you busy. You see, Elsie is an incredible seamstress, very, very talented. She makes clothes, she makes bags. You name it, she's very talented. Me? I'm a painter and I'm a vlogger. At the end of every creative day, we love to sit and relax in front of our TV and watch a good movie on Netflix or watch other vloggers like us on YouTube. That's a great way for us to unwind and wrap up a creative day.
We have to help her. 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 We have to help her.
Did you know that Elsie is also an incredible singer? When she was younger, she toured all of Brazil with a church group from the Seventh-day Adventist Church as a part of her group singing gospel. Here, I caught her singing while she was cleaning the bathrooms, so I had to take the chance to film it and share it with you.
Ai, que susto!
I'm filming you while you're singing so beautifully. You're an amazing woman, Elsie. You know, I could have won the lottery with money, but I won the lottery with you.
You are special to my love.
Bella, what are you searching for? Did you find a lizard? Or a frog? It's a beautiful day today. And your mango trees is growing some new branches. Man, I gotta clean this pool. I just haven't been feeling inspired, but it's time. It is time to clean the pool and use it. Good morning, Elsie. You know, they say breakfast is one of the most important foods of the day, especially for those people that are working out in the fields or doing hard manual labor. You see, Elsie and I, our hard labor is sitting on chairs in our studios. In my case, painting and vlogging. In Elsie's case, doing seamstress work. But nonetheless, we love to come here and have this lovely breakfast every morning. We're blessed to have this place close to where we live. I don't know what Elsie and I are going to do in terms of travel because of what is happening around the world. It's starting to impact many sectors, and the last thing we want to find ourselves in is to be traveling somewhere far from home, and then something catastrophic happens, and it's hard for us to come back to our homestead here in Bahia, Brazil. So the more I think about it, the more likely it is that we're going to just wait for all this to calm down, for sense to prevail, and governments that are involved in all this to just listen to what the people want, because the people don't want this to continue anymore. You know, that's by far the sentiment that I get from listening to those around me and the things that I see. So anyway, as I was talking, it's a depressing time that we're living in. I just wanted to share that with all of you. To me, it doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter to me what color you are. It doesn't matter to me what language you speak. We're all God's children. We're all God's children. So let's hug it out. Let's be loving. Let's be kind, because that's what God wants us to be, right?